राहुल गांधी सोचता है मेरा नाम सावरकर नहीं है, मेरा नाम गांधी है। गांधी किसी से माफी नहीं मांगता।
राहुल जी, सावरकर जी का अपमान तो आपने किया ही। अरे वीर सावरकर तो राहुल गांधी कभी नहीं हो सकते, लेकिन अपनी दादी भारत की पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री इंदिरा गांधी जी की इज्जत तो बचा लेते, नेहरू जी की इज्जत तो बचा लेते। क्या आपने उनको भी अपमानित साथ साथ कर दिया?
सावरकर जी अगर जिंदा होते तो अपनी बात रख पाते। तो ऐसे व्यक्ति के ऊपर, ऐसे महान क्रांतिकारी के ऊपर आप इस प्रकार से कीचड़ उछाले तो महाराष्ट्र की जनता बहुत ही आपको करारा जवाब दे सकती है।
शिवसेना अलग पार्टी है, कांग्रेस अलग है, और विचार में समानता होती तो दो दल क्यों होते। तो इसलिए उद्धव ठाकरे जी को कोई संज्ञान नहीं लेना चाहिए। वो अपने एजेंडे पर चलें, हम अपने एजेंडे पर चलें।
Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narsimhan. Now, after being disqualified as an MP, Rahul Gandhi has stoked a massive storm. Rahul Gandhi has invoked Veer Damodar Savarkar or Vinayak Damodar Savarkar yet again. While addressing the media, the former Congress MP said, and I quote, "I am not Savarkar, I won't apologise, Gandhis never apologise." This hasn't gone down well with the BJP. The BJP going all guns blazing against the Congress for insulting Veer Savarkar. The BJP MPs even protesting against Rahul Gandhi's comments and demanding yet another apology. Not only this, the grand old party's allies in Maharashtra also asked Rahul Gandhi to watch his mouth. Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray's mouthpiece Samna stated that Uddhav Sena will not tolerate Veer Savarkar's insult. Instead, Maharashtra Congress leaders won't be able to face people if Savarkar is insulted time and again by Rahul Gandhi. Savarkar's great-grandnephew, Ranjit Savarkar, also attacked Rahul Gandhi for using a freedom fighter's name for political benefits. He even asked Rahul Gandhi to show proof of Savarkar's apology. Let's go straight into the face-off, ladies and gentlemen, between the BJP and the Congress leading voice. Nalin Kohli, national spokesperson of the BJP, is with us, and George Kurian, political analyst, with us. Namaste and Jai Hind, gentlemen. It's just the two of you, so let's keep it between the two of you and as civil as possible. But first up, George Kurian ji, why this penchant for Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, one of the foremost of our freedom fighters?
Well, Anand, a very good evening to your audience and my fellow panelist, Nalin sir. I would like to begin my views on this debate at this point in time by saying that it is not about defaming Savarkar in the context that Rahul Gandhi means. Is that because I don't want to repeat what the history about Savarkar ji with respect to pre-independence, and the point here is that it is just a provocation by the media team. It's a reaction from Rahul Gandhi to that provocation and nothing beyond. Rahul Gandhi believes that he strongly believes in his ideology and the Congress ideology, where he stands by what he has said or has kept in public domain. So it's about the it's about his views that he has kept in public domain. So that's important. Yeah.
But if those views are economical with the truth, if those views are not correct, if those views are not factual, then what should be expected, George? What should be expected? Here, let me tell you. What did Mr. Rahul Gandhi say? What did Mr. Rahul Gandhi say? I am not Savarkar to apologize. I am a Gandhi, and Gandhis do not apologize. Please let me quote and let me show what has happened in the past. I beg to remain your loyal servant. This is signed by Mahatma Gandhi himself. This is signed by Mahatma Gandhi himself. I beg to remain your loyal servant. This is in a letter to the Duke of Connaught. This is what he has said in a letter to the Duke of Connaught. Then, always a devoted well-wisher of the British Empire. This is yet again signed by Mahatma Gandhi in a letter complaining about the British justice system. Further then, your obedient servant. This is how Abraham Lincoln has signed off in his letter to the Boston mayor in 1859. Now, Nalin Kohli ji, George Kurian ji, all of us have been schooled in a particular form and style of letter writing where we signed with yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours truthfully. This was the form of signing a letter in the times of Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar or Abraham Lincoln. So to pick up a sign of or a standard format of addressing somebody or signing whenever you're writing a letter to somebody who's under the Queen or the British monarchy, and to then affix that only to Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, is that being factual or economical with the truth, Mr. Nalin Kohli?
It's not being economical with the truth. It's being correct. And I must compliment you, Anand, for putting it so maturely to your audience also, that this was the particular manner of signing off. You didn't cast any aspersions on the great Mahatma Gandhi or anyone else who wrote about in this particular style, including Abraham Lincoln. But that's the difference between, say, someone like you, me, Mr. Kurian on your program, a billion other people in India, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi. The problem is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is like a prince. He is born in a special family, as he's been explained from his childhood perhaps, the Nehru-Gandhi family. So therefore, once he's born in that family, it's good to be born in privilege. That's not a bad thing. But the fact of the matter is, it's been perhaps ingrained in him that you are the leader of the Congress party by virtue of birth. Now that is a model that the Congress party is entitled to have. We are no one to tell them you shouldn't have somebody from the Nehru-Gandhi family. The problem begins when Mr. Rahul Gandhi has no control over his tongue. And let's just look at the track record. What happens then? In 2018, he went on Rafale, and then he misquoted the Honorable Supreme Court. The Honorable Supreme Court hauled him up. He apologized. And the Honorable Supreme Court, being such an important institution, told him, be careful with your words. In 2019, in Karnataka, he says, Nirav Modi chor hai, Lalit Modi chor hai. So, ye sare Modi sarne wale chor kyun hote hain? What a horrible thing to say. Replace that Modi with another surname and you can say that why are people with this surname terrorists? How can you do something like this? And then people obviously got insulted, they got angry. People from the OBC community went and filed a complaint. That complaint is filed after 5 years of a legal process where his lawyer is present, a court judgment comes, and he is convicted. His legal team should have been present in court, in the High Court, to seek a stay of conviction, because the law of the land is clear. What is the law of the land? The law of the land is Section 8(3) of the Representations People Act 1951, makes it clear that a member shall be disqualified if convicted in anything 2 years or more. And Article 102(1)(e) of the Constitution says that if any other law disqualifies you, you will be disqualified instantly. Now, they could have sought a stay of the conviction as they did in other cases, but they chose not to. It's either incompetence, maybe a conspiracy. Who do we know? How do we know? So, Mr. Rahul Gandhi's problem is his utterances have to be supported by everyone who supports him. And that's why I actually genuinely feel sorry that somebody like Mr. Kurian has to sit here and defend the indefensible. Why? Because Mr. Rahul Gandhi, after making one mistake, after getting convicted, now starts attacking Veer Savarkar.
No,
I mean, when will this stop? The easier way perhaps is for someone to sit down. One last sentence. The easiest way perhaps is for someone senior, someone mature, to make Mr. Rahul Gandhi sit down and say, Mr. Gandhi, if you are careful with your words, neither will you be in trouble, nor will all of us have to be in trouble because of you.
What makes you think that has not been done? That's one question. And if it's not been done, why it has not been done? The other aspect is that Mr. Savarkar has not been attacked by Mr. Rahul Gandhi for the first time. He's been at it for a few years, despite being fact-checked, corrected, and also the entire aspect of what Mr. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar stood for and what the British actually thought of him. All of these aspects are there out in public domain. George Kurian, how would you want to respond to the BJP?
Well, as we all know that, the Saffron Brigade is known for rewriting history, and so I don't want to get into that controversy again and again. I respect Nalin Kohli sir's views on the national television. Having said that, I'm not here to, not in a position here to defend the indefensible. That's not the case. I strongly believe that Rahul Gandhi has made his point, he has kept his views. If there is anything that, can be challenged in the court, and BJP has all the state machineries, they have all the central agencies with them. What is stopping BJP today challenging Rahul Gandhi for any comments that he has made on Savarkar? They can go, they're free to do that. That is number one. Number two, it is all about distraction, we have seen that, the parliament is not able to function 2 weeks in a row, back to back. But having said that, they are passing the important bills, as the finance bill has been passed without any discussion on the floor of the house. So these things are very important to keep the democracy, democratic values and the Constitution of India to its mark. And I strongly believe that there is a kind of hurry from the ruling dispensation to try and corner the Congress party or the united opposition, because they fear that 2024 there is hardly any time, and there is a kind of they see themselves on a loose soil or a loose ground at this point in time, because the Adani row has taken them on a back foot. We all know that the united opposition is demanding for a JPC. It's that simple. The ruling dispensation can go ahead and accept the demand for a JPC, and that's about it. And the parliament can function as it is. But there is a condition that Rahul Gandhi should apologise for the views that he made in London or United Kingdom, and that's a precondition which is not right, I strongly believe. And it's about again a hurry. Today we have seen the Lok Sabha Housing Committee has given a notice to Rahul Gandhi to vacate his official residence. So this is the kind of hurry. So the ruling dispensation is trying to bring in pressure to the Congress party, because they have seen that the Congress party has not taken any next move as far as challenging the conviction order and the sentencing and the judgment from the Surat court, because Congress party could have a strategy in place where they want to leave it the way it is, and Rahul Gandhi going to the jail, and because that will get them a bigger ground nationally. So that could be one of the strategies the Congress party has it. As far as the disqualification is concerned, as Nalin sir said, it is by default. So there are so many instances where the conviction or the judgment, the sentencing could have been less than 2 years. But having said that, it's a
well, the court has convicted. My point is, see, sir, I tell you, sir, please make an argument, go after the government of the day, but challenge them on facts, sir. When a particular former MP sits there and says people with my surname do not apologize, once again he himself has apologized. He himself has apologized, tendered an apology to the Honorable Supreme Court. So when it came to apologizing, then at that time it was said that to apologize is a great human feature. Not just to seek forgiveness, and to forgive is a divine quality. So it's like, however I want to beat the drum, I'll continue to beat it. That's one more argument. But Mr. Nalin Kohli, why is the BJP going after Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Is it to try and project him as the only leader in the opposition? To help him try and become the fulcrum of the opposition?
See, actually, just now, George Saab said something very important. And I must make my position clear. He said the BJP, why doesn't it go and attack? They put Mr. Rahul Gandhi, put a case on him and all. See, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, somewhere perhaps he and his advisors believe that they would like the BJP to file a case on him, so that he can then say, like Mahatma Gandhi ji had a case on him by the British Empire, I have a case by the BJP, so I'm fighting for freedom, I'm fighting for the truth. Now, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, let's pick up the statement. After his disqualification, otherwise he says, मैं सत्य की लड़ाई लड़ रहा हूं, मैं देश की लड़ाई लड़ रहा हूं. These are the kind of statements he tries to make. So saying all people with Modi surname are thieves is देश की लड़ाई? Is सत्य की लड़ाई? Is it a fight for the truth? I mean, is this Mr. Rahul Gandhi's concept of truth? Prime Minister Modi comes and says, मैं प्रधान सेवक हूं, प्रधानमंत्री नहीं. I am the Prime Minister. Remember his first speech. After he assumed the office of Prime Minister, he said, I am the Prime Minister for 125 crore people, those who voted for me, those who did not vote for me. जो मेरे साथ खड़े थे, जो मेरे खिलाफ खड़े थे. This is how he works because he does not see that development should be denied to anybody. Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to take on Prime Minister Modi. He has to take on by going to the people. So that people use their finger to press the electronic voting machine for the Congress to get elected. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi doesn't do that. I find this amazing. Anand, let's take two leaders. Rahul Gandhi ji and let's take Mani Shankar Ayyar ji. And I'll show you that there is a commonality because this is the deep thinking of the Congress party. Mani Shankar Ayyar ji went to Central Jail in 2008, sometime maybe many years ago when he became minister. And he went to Andaman Nicobar and removed the plaque of Veer Savarkar ji, threw it on the ground and stamped on it. And Rahul Gandhi ji says, I am not Veer Savarkar. He insults Veer Savarkar. Veer Savarkar ji's name is Veer. Bravery. I am telling you, it's not a joke. I don't think Mr. Gandhi, you, me, anybody else, Mr. Kurian can take even 10% of what he had to go through. But he did it for the motherland. It's amazing the kind of torture he went through, but he didn't let his spirit break. Now let's come next. Mr. Mani Shankar Ayyar goes to Pakistan, and when they say, when is the Congress coming, he says, Inko hataiye, humko laiye. Seeking help of Pakistan to dislodge the democratically elected Prime Minister of India. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi goes to the UK and then says that India's democracy is in danger. What is Europe and America doing about it? As if it's a very profound statement. I mean, this statement is essentially, will America and Europe please interfere in India's democracy? After Rahul Gandhi, as a member of parliament, elected in a due process, taking the oath of the constitution as a member of parliament, is expecting foreign powers to come and intervene in India's democracy. And so this is the thinking. And it's a serious thinking.
See, but this thinking
and instead
overall,
of having anything credible to do, yes,
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry you asked me, so I stopped.
No. So the whole idea is that this thinking has been rejected. This thinking has been rejected by the voter. This thinking has also been rejected by his own constituency members in 2009. In 2019.
With due respect, Anand, that very, very simple, logical thing that you are saying, that this thinking has been rejected by the voters, including of Amethi, which he lost, is something that Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his advisors have to understand.
No, but my point
is, the whole world knows that. If the whole world sees it, but it is not apparent to you, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. What can we do about it?
My question is, that is for the Congress to figure out and the Congress to decide whether breaking their heads against a wall that is not collapsing is going to help them or not. But I am asking you, why are you propping that wall up? Why are you hyping it up? Why are you going after Rahul Gandhi and why are you making it such a big deal about what he's doing? And why is the BJP trying to say that no matter what Arvind Kejriwal or Mamata Banerjee says, whatever Rahul Gandhi says, we got to be hypersensitive to it?
Why should we do anything like that?
Okay.
We have no time for it. It's Mr. Rahul Gandhi who's obsessed with the BJP.
Right.
And Mr. Rahul Gandhi is obsessed with the BJP. And that's why he's constantly looking at all sorts of things. Inko hataiye. Why is America not helping? Because he's the man who's obsessed with the BJP. Why? Because he cannot deal with Prime Minister Modi's... 1 minute, let me finish this. He can't deal with Prime Minister Modi's popularity. There is deep hatred for Prime Minister Modi at a personal level. I mean, look at the kind of words that have the Congress leaders have used for Prime Minister Modi personally. Hitler, Bandar, Gachi, Nipunsak, Neech. Has Mr. Rahul Gandhi ever said, please don't use this language against Prime Minister Modi? मेरे दिल में hatred नहीं है. What kind of love is this, may I ask? That your senior leader after senior leader is abusing Prime Minister Modi and you are quiet. You have your chief ministers sitting next to you after you're disqualified in a press conference. Those chief ministers are getting investments by Mr. Adani's company. One is Mr. Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. The other is, if I'm not mistaken, even Mr. Baghel of Chhattisgarh. Adani company invests in his governments. That is not a problem. The Congress governments. During Bharat Jodo Yatra, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan welcomed on red carpet, Mr. Adani, please come and give us investments in Rajasthan. Then what happened? But then Adani chore hai, so that means you are saying that we want the money of a chore? I mean, this kind of allegation you make. So when the investment of Mr. Adani's company goes to the Congress government, it's okay.
Given the free run to Adani with respect to their projects in Chhattisgarh, be it Rajasthan, they're free to challenge it because there is nothing that the Congress government in Rajasthan or be it Chhattisgarh has gone out of way to make amendments to the policies just to favor Mr. Adani's group. So that is not the case.
With due respect, nobody has gone out of the way in any government. all places, sorry to interrupt, but all places the same systems are being followed. This is duplicity, hypocrisy, double standards, that when Mr. Adani's company will invest in a Congress-ruled state like Rajasthan or Chhattisgarh, it is perfect. Mr. Adani invests in another state, it is corruption. This is Mr. Rahul Gandhi's very, very fascinating, interesting thinking. And I think the people of India are
the simple point is it's not about the debate tonight. Is not about Adani. The debate tonight is on Savarkar. I thank you, Nalin Kohli and George Kurian, for joining us, because I'm quickly going across to Uday Mahurkarji, who's also not only an author who penned a phenomenal book on Savarkar, but he's also the Chief Information Commissioner. But I'm going to go across to him on the aspect of Savarkar. Udayji, thank you for your patience. My straightforward question: somebody whom Indira Gandhi has praised, is he the only person who apologized to the British?
Before going into that, let us read the mind of Rahul Gandhi. You see, if 10 people were for Savarkar, say 10 years ago, the number has grown. It is now 50, maybe 60. So Rahul Gandhi has lost his sense of political correctness. And he's entirely working under the pressure of pan-Islamists and leftists. You look at his win in Wayanad. I had done a story for Daily O, web platform, as to who are the people who supported Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. Most communal elements, some of them bordering on anti-national activity, So he's entirely working under pressure of such elements, number one. Number two, he has no sense of history. And thirdly, let me tell you one thing, Jawaharlal Nehru. You see, Jawaharlal Nehru was the biggest critic of Savarkar as well as RSS.
Correct.
In 1962 war, the kind of services which RSS delivered to the Jawans in Nefa, that had a profound impact on Jawaharlal Nehru. And perhaps he had a sense of atonement, because he invited RSS to take part in the 1963 Republic Day parade. And I'm sure had he lived longer, he would have appreciated even Savarkar. So Rahul Gandhi is to think, I mean, you see, this is an age of Savarkar. Our first introduction is titled in the introduction of our book is titled Dawn of the Savarkar Era. Removal of 370 is Dawn of the Savarkar Era. So Rahul Gandhi, I don't know what's working on his mind. The only thing I can come across is that he is entirely playing into the hands of pan-Islamists who hate Savarkar as well as communists.
But
and why they want to vilify? Let us go further, Anand. Why they want to vilify Savarkar? You see, in our book, Veer Savarkar, the man who could have prevented partition, we have proved beyond doubt that if Gandhi is the father of the nation, Veer Savarkar is the father of India's national security. India would have been a superpower by now had it followed Savarkar's national security vision, diplomatic vision. So, probably the pan-Islamists and the communists think that if Savarkar's vision spreads in the youth of this country, the new generation, I think they'll have to close their shops. This is the only possible explanation I am able to find, because it is entirely politically incorrect to abuse Savarkar anymore. Savarkar is no more the Savarkar of, say, 2011. Veer Savarkar is a hero now. Books on him by me, by my co-author Chirayu Pandit, by Vikram Sampath, by Akshay Jog, have put Savarkar in a different class now.
Correct.
And he has emerged as a visionary of India's national security. I mean, I am compelled to think that whatever this government is doing on the national security front, it comes out of Savarkar's vision.
Vision document. But a lot of things that he said in the
Rahul Gandhi
1930s
has lost his sense of balance.
A lot of things that he had said in the 1930s and 1940s.
Pardon?
1930s and 1940s, how he had envisaged and the threats that he had spoken about.
All the predictions, listen, all the predictions he made on the problems that India would face on the national security front, 60 to 80 years ago, all his predictions have come true. China, Pakistan,
Correct.
internal security problems, Northeast,
Ji.
Assam problem, everything he had. I mean, he's like, I call him now the Nostradamus of India's national security.
Thank you. Thank
Anand.
you. Thank you, Udayji. Thank you for your words of wisdom and information. Thank you for sharing that with us.